Hey guys, and welcome back to this tutorial for XSE Scripting. This is going to be part 5. Now we're going to add on, we're going to add on a little bit more to the other two that were about give a Pokemon and give an item. This one's going to be about the Pokeball, which we find all around in the game. This is actually going to give us a Pokemon, and it's also going to give us an item. So not only will the NPCs do it, but the actual Pokeball will do the same thing. Now it's more common to find a Pokeball that will actually give you an item. There's not too many Pokeballs that actually give you a actual Pokemon in the game. So we're going to do this anyways because it's fun and it's fun to implement into the game, and it makes your experience with hacking a ROM a lot more enjoyable. So let's go ahead and jump into XSE. So I've got XSE ready to go right here. I'll actually make it a little bit smaller so that way it fits into my little recording area. Alright, so basically what we're going to do is, don't mind these tabs right up here. We're going to actually exit out of this one. We're going to exit out of this one. We're going to exit out of this one. And this one is actually the ROM. So this script open right here, notice it's blue. This is actually my ROM open. So I can copy and paste the scripts that we make and slap them right in here to upload into the ROM. So this is actually going to be the give Pokemon from a Pokeball. And this one right here is going to be the give item from a Pokeball. So they're very simple scripts. There's not much going on here. A lot of it's pretty much input that you would have to add to make it seem more professional and make it blend in with the rest of the game. So we'll go ahead and just go over the basics of what I'm doing for the Pokeball, or for the Pokemon Pokeball. Basically you start it off like any other script, and what you're doing is after you hit start, you're adding a new thing called hidesprite. Now in PokeScript it's actually remove sprite, and it's hard for me to convert because PokeScript had terminology that kind of sunk in with me, so I'm hitting XSE commands and they're the same but they're worded different, so I'm having a little bit of trouble remembering it. But nevertheless, it's hidesprite, and what hidesprite does is it actually hides the sprite that you want it to within the map on advanced map. So I'll go ahead and show you what that means. Just keep this number in mind, 7. So we wanted that one to be 7. So let's open up our advanced map, and well, I've already added them, but basically we have 2 Pokeballs up here. Now the first one right here is number 6, but it's person event number 7. We need to watch this number. Never pay attention to this number. This is the number that you're always going to want when you're scripting, is the person event number. So the Pokeball for a Pokemon is 7. The Pokeball for an item is 8. It's very simple. The sprite for a Pokeball is 92, if you guys are wondering that. Very simple, very easy. So back to our script. So we're going to hide sprite 7. So basically you hit that Pokeball, bam, you get whatever's in it, it's gonna disappear immediately. It's not gonna sit there for a few more seconds after you're done talking to it. It's going to give you that item and it's gonna disappear like as soon as you click it. That makes it seem more along the lines with the rest of the game. So the next thing we're gonna add is a message box. Now remember that a Pokemon receiving a Pokemon doesn't give you any kind of clarification. There's no actual box that says, hey, you've received this Charmander, or hey, you've just received this, Dragonite. There's no clarification. So you have to actually add this to the game to give it that extra element, which means we're going to have to put a message box, talk 1. It could be receive, you can put whatever you want to. Just a normal message box, so 6. The next thing that we're going to add is fanfare. It also doesn't play a music chime. I showed in the last video that the given item actually does play the chime by default and actually says that you've received the item. So that actually eliminates the need for a message box and a fanfare whenever you're doing anything that revolves around giving an item. It's because it's all built-in mechanics. But for some reason when you have to do a give a Pokemon, you've actually got to add this stuff. So we're going to add the fanfare for receiving an item, which is fanfare 0x13e. Then we're going to give the Pokemon. So we're going to go ahead and give the Pokemon 19, as in the previous videos, is Pikachu, level 5. And we're going to give it an item this time, and it's actually D. D is a potion. If you look right here, I've got it highlighted, D. And I'll give you a link to this item list again if you guys are viewing this video before the other one, which I've linked to it before. Then we're going to do wait fanfare, make sure that chime actually plays all the way through, and then we're going to go ahead and set the flag for 1202. That way it doesn't happen again. That way when you go inside or you leave the map and you come back, it's not there ready to go again. So you want to make sure you set it to where it happens once and one time only. Then we're going to release it and end it. Now we're going to call upon the talk. So what's talk going to do? Well, talk's going to say player received a Pikachu. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now one thing I did notice that actually is going to be a bug later is that we need to Control X and Control V. So you want to play that fanfare before the message. That way you have something to click off of. So what it's going to do is hide the sprite, play the music instantly as it's displaying the box for the text, giving you the Pokemon in the background, and then once the message has already been shown through all the way, this will be finished. It sets the flag and seamlessly gets rid of and sets the whole rest of the script. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and make sure that the Pokeball one is ready. It's very, very simple. So you basically start it, hidesprite 8, its event number is 8, give item D, which is a potion. We want to give 1 and just a normal box. The next thing that we're going to do is set the flag for 1203, so it's a different flag. Make sure you keep up with these flags, because if they are overwritten, you might have a couple of bugs. But anyways, you want to go ahead and set it as 1203, release it, and end it. Alright, so next thing that we're going to do is open up our free space finder. I'll go ahead and open my ROM. We're going to make sure that it's at about 250 for the fun of it, 16, and make sure it's in the 800,000s. We're going to search. We're going to copy this one. We're going to go here and we're going to paste that. Whoops. Did that backwards. Copy that one. Don't copy this one. We're pasting it. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and add it in. So we're going to highlight all of it, and then we're going to hit Control C, go over to our ROM, hit Control V, debug it. Everything looks good. Go ahead and compile it. Copy, go to Advanced Map. Make sure the right Pokeball is clicked. Ignore this number, because I was actually testing this before and it didn't really have an error. It was just slightly off, and more or less the recording went wrong, not the actual example like I'm doing here. So we're gonna paste this one, and it's already on the right flag. So in the person ID, just put 1202. The item one, you'll put 1203, and we need to make this normal until we can get a actual thing in it. So we'll go ahead and go back to our ROM, or not our ROM, but our script, and we'll go and copy this. Actually, we don't copy that yet. We have to get our free space. So we search for the next one. Next one available is this one. And then we go here and we paste it. Alright, so now we paste it, delete a line. Now we copy all of this. We go here, highlight all of it, delete, and then paste. So now we have all of this here ready to go. We can debug it. It looks fine. We go to compile, copy. We go back to Advanced Map, and we make sure that we do leave the first two and then paste after that. We can open the scripts to make sure they work right. They should work pretty decent. That looks fine. So we'll go back here, and everything should be running up pretty fair, pretty good. So we'll go ahead and save it. So we'll go over here and click Save. and then we will actually open up our game. So we leave and we come up. Alright, so we've got we'll do the item one first. I got a potion, that's it. There's nothing else. Now if we leave and we come back, because we set that flag, it doesn't return. Alright, now we do the Pokemon. So this message basically gives it enough time to play the whole fanfare. So you're not sitting there waiting for a sound to get done playing with nothing on the screen. That's what would have happened if we left it below the message. So make sure you start the fanfare above the message. Alright, and then we just check it. It's fine, it's good, all good. And what we can do is we can test it real quick. So we'll test and see if we have a Pikachu. I'll fast forward through this to fight Gary for the first time. We'll make sure Bulbasaur gets the back seat because he will be technically the second Pokemon. Right, so I'll just show you that we did get Pikachu and it should be level 5. And it is. That's it. So we're good there. Alright, so that was pretty much it. That's all there is to that. But that actually adds a big chunk of the game, adding Pokeballs on the floor, on tables, outside of NPCs, making it possible to get Pokemon and items from a different source. So that actually adds a lot more entertainment value to your ROM, or at least I believe that. And it's very simple. It's more simple than it is to do it from an NPC. So you could do this one just straight up all the time and not even worry about the NPC version if it seems a little too hard. But everything works out pretty fair. So anyways, go ahead and rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any more ideas, go ahead and post them in the comments below. I hope this answers a whole lot of questions and adds a lot more fun to your ROMs that you're making on your own. I'll come back at you guys with part 6 that will involve maybe a wild battle or a trainer battle or something of the sort, and we will keep getting more advanced. So I will talk to you guys later.